Quarterback, I have a situation. Somebody tried to kill me.
Hi Chris, welcome to shortlist.com.
Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. So the last time we saw Jack Ryan, it was in the Sum of All Fears, and I think Ben Affleck has since admitted that it didn't quite work. This, happily, is very good, a very good reboot. So was the pressure getting to this point? Was it hard stepping those shoes?
I respect and know these other actors a little bit, personally, socially. I thought they did great work, and I've always loved this character in this series. I thought it very important, though more important than perhaps living up to what they had done, is to get right the idea that if this man, Jack Ryan, in our case, who'd gone to Afghanistan and served in war and seen the violence, the emotional and physical violence that war can imprint on a person, what is that like for a man then compelled to serve again, and how does that affect him? And it was about really grounding Jack in the real world of 2013, 14.
Yeah, it felt very real because we see at the start the Twin Towers being hit and how that affects your character. The same can be said of the fight scenes. It's quite immersive, particularly the bathroom scene where he sort of earns his stripes, as it were. In the spook world, was that hard to film? Did you get quite physical in that situation?
It was hard to film just because we shot it in a mock bathroom that they built, but it's a confined space, and I'm not that big of a guy, but the guy I'm fighting is like 6'5" and 250 pound. I don't know how much that is in stone, but he's a big dude, and just to maneuver in that space was difficult. But that was what made it exciting, I think, is that I'm not in there as a trained assassin. I'm in there as a guy that just got to a hotel room thinking he was going to maybe take a nap, and then he's got to figure out how to defeat this guy.
What's the most memorable scuffle real life fight you've ever got into?
I think it was probably when I was 6. Someone stole my favorite swing, and then I hit him repeatedly. No, I don't. I can't think of anything.
And who'd win in a fight between Jack Ryan and Captain Kirk?
Oh, it'd be tough, man. I think Kirk would get in there and probably have a lead advantage up at first, but then knowing Jack, he'd probably figure out some very decisive, funny way to fight back and gain the upper hand. So it'd be a close battle.
But people do want to know. And how about the character you played? Did you pick up any skills on set, any real life snoop skills, espionage?
Well, yeah, Ken actually had me meet the head of security at the U.S. Embassy here in London, and I had a day of mock espionage in the park in front of the U.S. Embassy, and it was great. It was great fun. Very difficult, but great fun.
You sold this as an office job.
Talk me through your very scary scenario.
Keep in mind, I don't have your PhD.
I think there's a coordinated plot for terrorist attack. It's gonna be big.
You're not just an analyst anymore, Jack. You're operational now.
Can you give us one skill that you were asked to do, or one?
Well, I was asked to surreptitiously take photos of the front of the embassy, which you're not allowed to do.
They have guns as well on the. It must be
they have M4s, all of them, and I went to take pictures, and knowing that they were going to come over because they saw me taking pictures, they came over, and this is a story, nothing about what I learned, but as I'm coming up, there was a guy on a small kind of Vespa coming up with a pizza, and you could tell they took great interest in me, but once this guy came up, you could see their attention turned to this guy. And they kept on shouting, "Stop," and the guy kept on coming forward. And at that point, because now my head's all wrapped in like the espionage world, I'm thinking, oh God, we're screwed. So they kept on shouting for him to stop, and their kind of guns are getting raised, and he's not stopping, at which point I freak out and I start running. I bolt past the security guys running, thinking that something bad's going to happen. Anyway, nothing bad happened, but that was my espionage
I was
story.
I was half expecting you to say the decoy was all your idea. You phoned the pizza place. You
Would have been bright, but no.
And finally, I know you're working on Into the Woods as well at the moment. How's your singing voice? Because obviously it's Broadway adaptation.
I don't know, man. We'll see when it comes
Can you
out
give
at
us a note?
Christmas.
Is there any chance you can?
Not a chance, but you'll see Christmas. We'll see how it turns out. It's a great cast: Meryl Streep, Johnny Depp.
Any surprisingly well voiced actors you maybe didn't know? Because James Corden, of course.
James
is in it.
Corden, yeah, fantastic. I mean, God, talk about a talented guy right there. Johnny Depp has a number in there that's I think people will love. It's beautifully done, a great cast, many talented people. Yeah.
Well, I wish you luck, and thank you so much for taking time. to
Thank you
speak to
very
us.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You think this is game, Jack?
It's a decoy. Tokyo, London, Shanghai. It's gonna be a wipeout.